Hello, my name is History West, and welcome back to Family Quest. This is our 48th episode, and I'm down here at one of the old hallways, just because I want to show you some of the fancier hallways I've done. You got some 3D texturing going on with the glass floor and the stairs below. And right around the corner here, we've got an area that's just to look like a hillside, and there are flowers, and real flowers. And of course, this leads to the flower forest. And the reason I wanted to show you that is because I'm working on a hallway, but I'm not putting this much effort into it. Mostly because it's super, super long. This one you can see is relatively short, just a little jaunt. Here's our main Nether Hub. Now, I'm a firm believer in Nether hallways being able to transport safely from one place to the other. And this long hallway, as you can see, is not nearly as ornate as that last one, but it is have some work on. We've got lights behind these trapdoors, we've got steps built in, we've got buttons. The buttons are functional. These buttons at the bottom also prevent spawning on that last part of the floor there that's not covered by carpeting. And you can see we've got a sea lantern under the center, and I jumped off the minecart because that was open for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead because this is a long hallway, about 2,000 blocks as I recall. Okay, here we are at the end of the hallway, and this is my own little nether portal. This pathway leads out to my woodland mansion, and then this is the new hallway I'm working on. First thing I need to do, though, is stop here at the house and pick up some more supplies. Let's see, I need a couple of stacks of magenta, or rather cyan terracotta, and we'll go ahead and get some more stone bricks. Okay. Let me just take a moment. I was going to expand my storage system. I did expand this little area here with 1.16 stuff from the Nether. I was going to expand it with all the 117 blocks, and I had built storage systems. I had it all set up. I had all the hoppers and chests in, all the redstone, but I pulled all that out because I'm going to make a new base when 1.18 comes out, a mountain base, and so I decided that it wasn't worthwhile to expand this one so much and then turn right around and build a new storage system at the new base. So I did replace my old one-tick bamboo farm and my one-tick sugarcane farm in this building with more traditional styles. They're not super efficient, and they don't need to be. They just kind of trip along. So this is the new hallway. I finished this portion of it, and as you can see, it's very utilitarian. It doesn't have any of the design flourishes that the others do. At some point in the future, I can come along, I can add something to jazz it up. Let's add some little details. I could replace this with stairs. I could put fences here, something along that line. But I just wanted to get this up. And this took me less than a day to get the 350 blocks that I originally had planned to go. And that was to take me far enough that I could come out in the Overworld and be in 1.17 terrain, because I wanted to mine the new blocks. And that's what I did. And right up here, I've got a portal to this area, which is the 117, my 117 mine. And let's take a look here. Wandering trader, you are not fond of that zombified pigman, are you? Anyway, I built this structure with, you can see the new blocks. But the real point of it is down here, which is the mine, to pick up all of the new deep slate. It still bugs me calling it deep slate, since we don't have a regular slate. It should just be slate. If it's not Grimstone, it's slate. But anyway, as you can see, I've been just really starting to dig around here. Got my beacon set up. And getting a lot of the old blocks too. Oh, Daydreamer is online. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, good. One person's sleep is still functioning properly. Okay, and now I decided that that was fine, but I wanted to continue until I found a new 1.16 area of the Nether, because I've flown around to them and teleported to them, but I haven't actually got an easy way to get to one. So I just started tunneling until I found the proper terrain. I was expecting to find either a Crimson or a Word Forest, so what I really wanted to find was a Basalt Delta, and as a matter of fact, what I ended up doing is tunneling right into a Basalt Delta. But it was another, 500 blocks, 550 blocks or so. So as you can see, I'm still working on this. I should have picked up some more food. So I changed from stone to stone bricks on the wall. Everything else is exactly the same. Just enough to tell you that you're in a slightly different hallway than we were previously. And I tunneled and bridged along this way. See, this is a hole. Like I said before, at any time I can go over, I can fancy this up and make it a little more elaborate. But the point was to get, nearly 1,000 blocks in total done in a reasonable amount of time. And I'm just about there. Tunnel, we're going right through a nether fortress. Slightly under the nether fortress, I would say. So we're going to make an opening here and connect into the nether fortress. For some reason, I've already had a couple of wither skeletons drop down on me. And here's our Basalt Delta. We're at the bottom of it, but this is the quarry. The main reason I wanted this location was so that I would have access to blackstone, and I do. So in fact, it looks like the blackstone comes all the way over to here, which is great. So you can get into a super easy rhythm if you just have a basic design like this and pop it up like so. And stick that on there. I could come along and I could put a trapdoor over these. That would fancy it up slightly. And it didn't take very long to dig this out either. So from the time I started working on this, I think this is my 3rd day. Maybe only my 2nd day. It's only my 2nd day because I was on a little trip before then. I took a trip to Flagstaff, Arizona, which was a beautiful place to stop and just hang out and enjoy the cool weather and the rain that was going on at the time. I don't know if the people who live there appreciate the rain, but I did. And the reason I picked these blocks that I'm using in the first place is because that's what I had the most of. It's kind of nice just to have a warehouse and just be able to go through and look and say, oh look, I've got a bunch of these, I'll use this. Got a bunch of these. So the next thing I build is going to have a lot of nether brick because I've got tons of nether brick after, well I had it already, but then after digging this huge tunnel and smelting some of it anyway, I left a lot of it just laying there to despawn, but I did smelt some of it. Anyway, we are in our 3rd year playing on this server. We've had kind of a resurgence after not being on it for a while. And as you can see, Daydreamer is online. Just say hello to her. She is my daughter-in-law. And she is working on a new base, and I showed it off in the last video, episode 47, if you're interested in checking it out. She's working on a mushroom island. And again, as I do almost every time I'm on, I encourage all of you people who are younger to get your older relatives playing with you. Minecraft's a great game. It's a creative game. Keep their minds active. Can't beat it. Oh, so while I was in Flagstaff, I was stopped at the Flagstaff Visitor Center, where we were looking for some ideas to places to go and things to do. Most of which we didn't do because of the rain, but that was okay. I just enjoyed being in the rain. But while I was there, I was wearing my shirt, my "How Do I Craft This Again" shirt. You can find that song on YouTube. In fact, I'll put a link to it in the description. Done by Yogscast and Martin Littlewood, a well-known and long-time Minecraft player. But I was sitting there in this shirt, and these kids came by, and they looked like they were probably 5th or 6th grade, and they saw my shirt and started singing the song. So is kind of cool. And that just shows you how you with Minecraft you can connect to people of all different ages and ethnic groups and origins and everything else. I would have to guess, let's see, I would have to be at least 7 times as old as they were. Okay, so I think I will stop right about here on this side. Then I can just start digging and make my way up to the surface. It's yeah, we're still down at the bottom, at least partially. There we are. I don't know. Here we go. Fly out of here and just kind of get a little look at what this place is. This is a huge Basalt Delta. And yeah, now I have no idea where I was. Which is exactly what I didn't want to happen. Okay. Whoa. And I think I'll drink this. There we are. So I managed to find my way back, not to where I left off, but to another one of our hallways. And I'm a long way from home. But at least I can show off one of the other hallway designs. Look at all the iron in this one. This leads to our modern area. Well, that's about all the time I've got for today's episode. There's a lot of scary stuff going on out in the real world, so be sure you stay safe. And as always, keep on Minecrafting.